40,000 years ago, a predator stood at the edge of a frozen grassland. Its canines measured nearly 18 centimeters long. Its shoulders carried enough muscle to bring down a juvenile mammoth. This was Smilodon, the most famous of the saber-toothed cats. And for over 2 million years, it dominated the Americas. Today, that predator is gone. In its place, we have lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars, sleeker, faster, and far more widespread. But here's the question no one asks often enough. If we dropped a modern lion into the Pleistocene, would it survive? Could today's big cats handle the world that shaped the most powerful felines ever to walk the earth? The answer isn't simple, and it reveals something surprising about what it really means to be a successful predator. Let's start with size. The American lion, Panthera atrox, weighed up to 350 kilograms. That's roughly 25% larger than the biggest African lions alive today. The European cave lion, Panthera spelaea, wasn't far behind. These animals weren't just big, they were built for power. Thick limbs, broad chests, skulls designed to deliver crushing bites. Modern lions average around 190 kilograms for males. Tigers can reach 250. It's impressive, but noticeably smaller than their ice-aged relatives. And size mattered in the Pleistocene. The prey was enormous. Woolly mammoths, giant ground sloths, steppe bison with horn spans over a meter wide. Hunting these animals required raw physical strength that most modern cats simply don't possess. But size alone doesn't tell the whole story. Consider Smilodon's famous teeth. Those elongated canines weren't for show. Paleontologists have studied their structure extensively. The teeth were flattened, serrated along the edges, designed not for biting through bone, but for slicing through soft tissue. Smilodon didn't kill the way a lion does. It used its powerful forelimbs to pin prey to the ground, then delivered a precise, deep bite to the throat or belly. Studies of Smilodon skulls show relatively weak jaw muscles compared to modern cats. The killing power came from the neck and shoulders, not the bite force. This was an ambush specialist, a predator designed for one job: taking down large, slow-moving prey at close range. Now compare that to a modern tiger. Tigers are generalists. They hunt deer, wild boar, monkeys, fish, even porcupines when times are hard. Their canines are shorter but more robust, capable of delivering powerful bites that can crack vertebrae. Their bodies are flexible, adapted for stalking through dense vegetation and launching quick attacks from cover. A tiger doesn't need to wrestle its prey to the ground. It strikes fast, bites hard, and holds on until the target stops moving. This flexibility is the key difference, and it's where the survival question gets interesting. The Pleistocene wasn't just cold, it was unpredictable. Glacial cycles shifted ecosystems every few thousand years. Forests became grasslands, grasslands became tundra. The animals that survived were the ones that could adapt to changing conditions. Smilodon couldn't. When the megafauna disappeared at the end of the last ice age, so did the saber-toothed cats. They were too specialized. Their entire anatomy was built around prey that no longer existed. Modern big cats, by contrast, evolved under different pressures. African lions learned to hunt cooperatively, taking down zebras, wildebeest, and buffalo through coordinated group attacks. Leopards became solitary ambush hunters, capable of surviving on anything from antelope to rodents. Jaguars developed the strongest bite force relative to size of any big cat, powerful enough to crack turtle shells and caiman skulls. Each species found a niche and exploited it with remarkable efficiency. So could these animals survive the Ice Age? Let's consider the environment first. Pleistocene Eurasia was dominated by the mammoth steppe, a vast cold grassland stretching from Spain to Alaska. Temperatures averaged 10 to 15 degrees colder than today. Winters were brutal. Snow covered the ground for months at a time. Only animals with thick fur, efficient metabolisms, or behavioral adaptations could endure these conditions. Modern tigers already live in some of the coldest environments on Earth. Siberian tigers routinely hunt in temperatures below -30 degrees Celsius. Their dense winter coats, large body mass, and ability to consume enormous quantities of meat in single sittings make them well suited for harsh climates. A Siberian tiger dropped into the mammoth steppe would face challenges, certainly, but the cold alone wouldn't kill it. Snow leopards take this even further. These cats live at altitudes above 4,000 meters in the Himalayas, where temperatures plunge and oxygen is scarce. Their wide, fur-covered paws act like natural snowshoes. Their long tails provide balance on rocky terrain and warmth when wrapped around their bodies during sleep. Snow leopards are already Ice Age survivors in a sense. They occupy the closest modern equivalent to Pleistocene mountain environments. But survival isn't just about handling the cold. It's about finding food. Here's where modern cats would struggle. The Pleistocene was a world of giants. Mammoths weighed 6,000 kilograms. Giant ground sloths stood 3 meters tall. Even the horses and bison were significantly larger than their modern descendants. A solitary leopard, perfectly capable of taking down a 60-kilogram impala, would have no chance against a 2,000-kilogram steppe bison. The prey was simply too big. Lions might fare better. Modern prides regularly hunt Cape buffalo, which can weigh up to 900 kilograms. Coordinated attacks allow them to target vulnerable individuals, the young, the old, the injured. This strategy could theoretically work on Pleistocene herbivores, but there's a catch. Ice Age lions, both the American and European species, already filled this niche, and they were bigger, stronger, and better adapted to the environment. Modern lions would face direct competition from predators specifically evolved to dominate that ecosystem. Competition is the hidden factor in any survival equation. The Pleistocene was crowded with apex predators. Smilodon prowled the Americas alongside the American lion, dire wolves, and short-faced bears, the largest bears ever to exist. Eurasia had cave lions, cave hyenas, and early human hunters. Every meal was contested. Every territory was defended. Modern cats are used to competition, but not at this scale. African lions share their range with leopards, cheetahs, and hyenas. They lose kills regularly. They adapt by hunting larger prey and defending carcasses aggressively. But facing a 300-kilogram cave lion or a pack of dire wolves would be a different challenge entirely. The margin for error was smaller. The cost of failure was higher. And yet, modern cats have one advantage their prehistoric relatives lacked: behavioral flexibility. Studies of modern lion prides show remarkable adaptability in hunting strategies. Prides in the Kalahari hunt differently from those in the Serengeti. Prides near water develop techniques for ambushing prey at drinking spots. Some prides specialize in hunting elephants, a behavior once thought impossible for lions. This flexibility is learnt, not instinctive. It passes from generation to generation through observation and practice. Smilodon, as far as we can tell from fossil evidence, didn't have this. Its anatomy was specialized. Its hunting method was fixed. When the environment changed, it couldn't change with it. So here's the paradox. Modern big cats are physically inferior to their Ice Age counterparts. They're smaller, less powerful, less specialized for hunting megafauna. But they're still here. Lions, tigers, leopards, and jaguars have survived Ice Ages, habitat loss, and human expansion. Smilodon, Homotherium, and the cave lions are gone. The fossil record suggests that specialization is a double-edged sword. In stable environments, specialists thrive. They exploit their niche with maximum efficiency. But when conditions shift, when the climate changes, when prey disappears, when new competitors arrive, generalists survive. Could a modern lion survive the Ice Age? Probably. But it wouldn't dominate. It would occupy the margins, hunting smaller prey, avoiding confrontation with larger predators, adapting to whatever opportunities the environment provided. It would survive the way leopards survive today, through flexibility, stealth, and relentless opportunism. The saber-toothed cats ruled their world because they were perfectly designed for it. Modern cats rule theirs because they can be redesigned, behaviorally, strategically, generation by generation, for whatever world they find themselves in. That's the real lesson of the Ice Age. Power wins battles. Adaptability wins eras. And that's exactly why, 40,000 years later, we still share our planet with big cats, while the saber-tooths exist only in museums.